Welcome to the attic shop. Well, here I finally completed the glue up and build of my Roubo bench. Still a lot to do on it. I've started to flatten the tops, but there's still a lot to do here. It's just had a rough plane at the moment. The back one is just fractionally higher than the front one. I've already installed the hole for the leg vise and made sure that the nut fits into that hole at the back. And then I've got the end vise, once this is flattened, sinking on the end here. Solid as rock, which I am really pleased about. It's only just over 4 foot long. Haven't cut off the ends yet, they're still waiting to be squared up, but I'll do that after I've finished planing this top. I've rough planed this down to a more or less where I want it. I'm going to go the router route and put up some guides and run a router backwards and forwards. I'm waiting for the bit to come, which is about 1.25 inches, 1.5 inches, I can't remember which. So I've done the basics of it, but I will finish it off with the router because it's just too much work for me to do. I've done some this morning and I'm absolutely soaked in sweat, and it's not particularly warm here either. So the bench went together quite well. Couldn't get any video of it, almost impossible. Lighting up here, unless I'm in this fixed position, is pretty hopeless really, to be quite honest. And there's just not enough room to get the camera far enough back. This is as far as it will go. To allow it to sort of bring in what I'm doing. Unless I'm doing close-up work, then it's no good at all. But it's all bolted together. 2 main stretchers, 4 stretchers that go that way, forward and backwards. They're all now glued into their joints. The bottom of this bench is dead flat and square. And now I've just got to work on the top. It's been an enjoyable build, hard work. It's taken me quite a long time to do it, but I've enjoyed it. And once I get this leg vise in and that in, and my row of dog holes, I'm sure I'll be able to do a little bit more work, especially with being able to clamp things down onto this workbench, and it'll make my life a lot easier. Well, it's Monday, the 28th. So I'm hoping to get this flattened by the new year, depending on when that bit comes in. But yeah, it's going along well. I'm pleased with the outcome. It's only cheap lumber. As I said before, the bottom was made out of reclaimed wood, and the top I had to buy rough lumber. What's a tumber? I don't know. Rough lumber, but it's planed down quite well. It's looking mightily rough at the moment, but you won't pick that up in the video, I doubt it. It's looking mightily rough after I've scrub planed it. Bits still hanging off here and there, but yeah, it's been an enjoyable build, quite an experience. Not difficult to do, so if you've never tackled something like this before, give it a go. If I can do it, anyone can do it. Believe you me. Doing these joints was not too bad at all. They've all gone together. The whole frame ended up square. Don't know how that happened, but it did. The joint's quite tight. I only had to put a little wedge in one of the joints on the top. I think it was over in this corner, where I just cut a little bit too much off the tenon at the top, so I just slid a little wedge and glued it in, and that made the whole joint tight. But it's come on quite well. I'm pleased with it, and if you watch this, I hope you enjoy the build. Thanks very much for watching, and have a happy new year.